guys, it's Cindy Leach, your Polymer Clay tutor, and in today's PCT product demo, we're doing a review of the new Sculpey Souffle Polymer Clay. Now, a little while ago, I showed you that Polyform has come out with a whole bunch of new products for 2014, and one of them is a new line of Polymer Clay called Sculpey Souffle. And it comes in 22 colors. So far anyways, and they've got them in the regular size packs as well as the multi-packs, and it's described as a lightweight, very strong clay that won't crack in large pieces, and or when you're doing large pieces, I mean, and it is got a suede-like finish. When I first opened up the pack, I've got a couple of packs here that I opened up. The texture was soft, and it reminded me very much of the clay that Sculpey used to carry, or Polyform used to do, called Studio by Sculpey, and its behavior is very, very similar, so I suspect it's quite a similar formula. But the colors are a little different and packaged differently. They call it a lighter weight, and if you compare it to the Premo size block, they're identical size blocks, but the weight on the package is 1.7 ounce or 48 grams. And for the Premo, it's 2 ounces or 57 grams, which makes it about 15%, the souffle 15% lighter. That isn't a huge difference, but you may notice it on a really large piece. The colors are designer type colors, so they're not based on an artist-based pigments. So we'll have to see how the colors mix together in general. But when I mixed these two colors, now the colors have such pretty names, like this one's called Mai Tai, and this one's called Bluestone. And when I mixed them together, these are the results I got. So I've got some raw clay here, and I did a 50-50 mix of the Mai Tai and the Bluestone together, and I got this purpley color. And you can see that the colors are very equal in saturation, so it is pretty much a 50-50 mix. You can see it's right in the middle. It's not leaning towards the blue more or leaning towards the Mai Tai more. So I'm wondering if that is a typical result for the rest of the colors, kind of judging by the way they look. Also, when you bake them, this is the baked pieces here. They did not shift at all that I could see. At least these three colors didn't after baking. They are almost identical to the color mixed when raw, which is really nice. It makes it so it's going to be more predictable when you go to work on your projects. We'll see if that also stands true for the rest of the colors, but I'm suspecting it probably will. Now, the thing about the souffle clay is that it has kind of a matte finish to it. And it's suitable for projects that you're not planning on sanding. And I've got two samples here. I'm not totally sure if the camera will pick up on it or not, but this is the unsanded piece here, and this is a sanded piece. It will sand to a shine, sand and buff to a shine. It's got an interesting almost, if you could see it blown up, there's almost these little tiny white flecks in it. Almost like as if there was little granules of cornstarch or something in it. But it's what probably gives it that suede finish to it. And you can really tell when you feel the difference between the souffle clay and something else. There is a suede kind of feel to it, and it does really look good with the matte. I think that we can use that to its advantages by combining some matte finish and some the matte finish souffle with some Premo clay that gets a high shine on it. I think we could do some neat things with it, but we'll do some more testing on that. As far as the overall strength and things, I've baked up some chips at different thicknesses, and we'll do a test lab on it soon and compare it to the Studio by Sculpey, because I feel like it's going to be very similar, and we'll test out the strengths on that in another video. But overall, I think it's a quite an interesting clay. I think it will behave similar to the Studio by Sculpey. And actually that brings up a point. Some time ago I did some tutorials that I use the Studio by Sculpey in. And for any of you that have been with me for a long time, or if you've bought back issues that have that clay in it, I would go ahead and replace that with the souffle, because I think it's the same clay basically, and you can get the same results from it. So now we have a, you know, for those of you when it was discontinued, now we have a substitute that will be perfect for it. It's going to be interesting to see how this clay works in other projects. They suggest it's good for mokamigane and caning and things. I did a tiny little test cane, you know, just a typical jelly roll cane. I find it's probably going to be a little soft for caning, but when I sliced through it, the lines stayed clean, so it may work in probably not too complicated designs, I'm guessing, but it's going to be fun to play with it and see. It bakes at the same temperature as Premo. It's at 275, and the packaging says 30 minutes. With this test lab, I've tested both 30 minutes and 60 minutes, so we'll see which one will benefit. With Premo, we know that the 60 minutes is a better amount of time for strength and everything, but we'll later find that out about the souffle. So I hope you like that, and that I'd love you to go out and get a pack and test it out and see what you think. See if it's gonna suit your polymer clay projects. Please leave a comment in the comment section below and let me know if this is a product that you would like to try. And if you've got suggestions for future videos, or test labs, or all that kind of thing, leave those in the comment section below as well too. All right, so we'll see you next time, and bye for now.